Hello, everyone. It's Dom here, seeking a thread up a little bit closer for some beautiful labels tonight. Looks like this was a thread. Yeah, it was started about 8 months ago by Chris Profi, I think it is. But it doesn't look like it was too explored. I was about to start this video. I'm like, let me just check YouTube and see if anyone's talked about beautiful label designs. And yeah, he brought that up. Not a ton of people jumped on it, but it's something that's always interested me, both like major or somewhat minor record companies, and then custom labels, private labels, things like that. So I'm going to show a bunch of those. It's something I always look for, and just something I'm always looking out for. It just really interests me. So I am going to go forward with it, and this doesn't have to be a thread for everyone to join in on, but feel free to. Before I get to that, just a couple of quick words about the vinyl community. Yeah, it's been, I started doing these videos in November, and it's just been really cool conversing with everyone. I really do appreciate, the good stuff, the good vibes being thrown around. I've started to send out some VCLT to some folks. I'm going to do that sort of regularly. Try to do that. Try to hit a lot of you out there with some VCLT if I can. Because I'm going through records right now, and I'm getting rid of some records, and I think there's some records out there that, or I think some of these might go in some of your hands, because I'm out of room. I'm not getting rid of anything that I don't like. I have lots of good stuff here that I want to get rid of, but, well, it's okay. It's fine. There's plenty here. It's all about, spreading the cheer, I guess. Growing up, I was obsessed with music. I would record songs off the radio. I'd be sitting there in my living room recording stuff off on cassette. Everyone thought I was crazy. Growing up in high school, I just was like the one who was like really trying to get into other music. I was scamming Columbia House accounts to get as many CDs as I could, and tapes too. I had like five Columbia House accounts at one point. In college, I was music director at my radio station, and I don't know. I never found anyone. I mean, I had friends, and I still have these friends that are definitely into music, but no one was kind of nuts like me. I was the one finding CDs that no one wanted and trading them in at the record store in Syracuse, and actually started buying records there. I brought in, I talked about that jazz collection that I got from my father and it's my great uncle. I brought all those records to college and set up a little turntable. Everyone thought I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like in a dorm room playing records in 1996, 98, those years. Everyone thought I was an idiot. I don't know. I got a few people thought it was cool, I guess, but most people were like, "You're playing record? Like, what are you doing?" Anyway. And then, over the last 20-something years since, I've always been the guy who would go into a record store, with my friends, and they'd be done in like 10 minutes, like, all right. And I'd be like, I need some more time in here. And then they'd be sort of waiting around for me. They'd like go somewhere else and get a drink, and I'd still be in there digging through records. My wife is a big time music. She loves music and she loves records, but she doesn't have the same patience like that for me. And so coming here into Ithaca, I moved here 7 years ago, six and a half years ago. And I've met some people way more in line with that crazy obsessiveness, maybe not quite to the obsessive nature that I have my fellow co-workers at Angry Mom Records do. However, I bring all this up because the vinyl community, it's great to finally have people and talk with people and go back and forth and share tales of vinyl obsession. And I can definitely say I'm not the only one who's crazy and obsessed with these records and this hobby. Let's get into some beautiful labels. I'm going to go first with just like the most, or the well-known labels, the major labels, and the independent ones somewhat, and then go into some custom labels. I'm going to show you this King Sunny Ade record and the Mango label. I don't have a ton of releases on the Mango label, but I love this. Beautiful Mango. I'm going to try to do these relatively quickly, and they're not in any kind of order. How about Brain? The Green Brain. Kangaroo. You gotta look at the Green Brain. I love it. I just love the whole silhouette. And much better than the late 70s brain that is like orange and yellow. Always, I pulled two brains. There's another brain. Green brain, why not? Great cluster album. I love the Harvest label. Anytime I see it, I just feel like, oh, this record's got to be good. And that's one of the other things with these labels that I like, the label designs. It makes me feel like there's got to be something good about this label. So, I'm going to check it out. I'm in a funny mood tonight. This is the Syd Barrett Madcap Laughs. This is a second UK EMI box. It's first if it doesn't have the EMI in the box there. This does, but it's all about that beautiful lime green Harvest label. I think the US ones tend to be a little more like yellowish. The Harvest. But I believe that's right, the UK ones tend to have that lime green color. Madcap Laughs. Essential. Trojan. Gotta talk Trojan. There's the Pioneers, Long Shot, Kick the Bucket, or just Long Shot. That's a label that has rarely changed. There's like a blue, light blue Trojan label, I think. Kind of similar to this cover. Always love the Trojan label. Design. Beautiful label designs. I just got this. I'm a huge fan of Moondog, and I've been trying to corner some original Prestige label designs. I do have some original Fireworks labels on Jazz Records, but that, of course, is the Moondog. What is his first LP was released as Snake Time series privately, but then reissued via Prestige and cut by Van Gelder. Deep Groove Fireworks label, gotta love it. I thought we'd do a quick run through some various different island labels. I mean, everyone loves island labels, right? Pink Rim, you got the Palm Tree, you got the Big Eye, First Roxy Music. This is the first UK, and this one is, yes, lovely. Pink Rim with the tree, just fantastic. Great font. What else we got? I've got a bunch of islands here. I like them all. Here we have Art, Supernatural, Fairy Tales. This is not an original. I don't know what the deal with this record. I'm pretty sure it's like a 70s or 80s repress. But they reproduced this island label. Kind of plain, maybe not as exciting, but I like it. Frappino. This is a really important record to me. It's one I've spent a lot of time with. Driving around with this record, actually. Here's the weird, I don't know how many times this turns up, the black island with the pink eye. This is a UK first. Yep, first on this one. I don't know, that's the only one I have with that design. I love the island label, and I know everyone talks about the pink rim. Old pink rim. Gotta have a pink rim. I don't have a Pink Moon pink rim, but I do have. This is what is effectively the second UK of this, which has this design. Which apparently, as far as this record is concerned, they use the same stamper on this design. This is a early 70s repress, I think. So I've never compared the two. I don't have the first UK to compare it. I know that neither does anyone that I know, but apparently you're basically getting the same pressing. Apparently. You notice I say apparently. What else? So that's all the islands I'm showing. I love the White Whale label. I love it. I love the little cute baby whale. I love the inner sleeve. I love the different, the color of the label itself. J.K. and Company, fantastic, understated psych record. There's the white whale. Love it every time. Beautiful labels. I know it's not, I mean, these are all really great records too. Obviously, so I guess I'm showing records again. But it's about the labels. I love the Poppy label. I have a few Poppy records that are not Townes Van Zandt, but I am fortunate enough to have gotten these Poppy. I showed one of these just the last video. But this is my favorite Poppy design. Of course, the Mandrake Memorial records are on Poppy. I have those. Love that. Big stylized flower. And this is the late great Townes Van Zandt, of course. Wonderful album. I want to go to this right now. Here's a really plain one. I love Tacoma. I love John Cage. All the Tacoma labels are okay. I like the straight up black original. Can I get any more simple than that? Yeah, I have a few on this imprint. This is not in the best shape, this record, but it is the first of the first Tacoma on the I think this is volume 3. Yeah, Dance of Death and Other Plantation Favorites. Here's something completely different. The Shimmy Disc label, late 80s, early 90s, out of New York. Ween, the Pod. I'm not a huge Ween fan, but I like a few records quite a bit. The early ones. I like the Shimmy Disc guy. It's like, yeah, it's either, sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's yellow, like this. I like the Shimmy Disc man flying in space. I don't have a ton of Shimmy Disc. I have the Kramer records and Kramer and Jad Fair and Galaxy 500 was on Shimmy Disc. In any case, those are like the more mainstream labels that I'm going to show. Now I'm going to show some custom labels because those are the ones that are hard to find in the collection. I'm sure there's ones in here, but I'm not thinking of because there's no way to look those up. I'm just going by memory of what I know I've seen that are beautiful labels. I just got this record. This is a Swedish record on the Silence label, Stenblomma, Alla Tradhar Samarat. I'm going to talk more about this maybe in my next new records in my live video, but check this out. That's wonderful. Very, very springy for our non-spring weather. We're actually getting snow here tonight in Ithaca. I think it's going to be quiet, or a light amount of snow, but I have some great Swedish psych, but nothing. This was like one of the only originals I think I have that's on this label, Silence. This is a fantastic folk psych, progressive, almost crowdy sound. Stenblomma. Here's a couple more private editions. This is Tom Smith called Still Life. This is a Primitive American record. Check out this cool Lone Oak Productions. Like that. This is a nice solo guitar album from Tom Smith. I showed this before in my private press, but Moolah, very high-ranking record for me. I don't know if I showed the label. I probably did, because I like showing the labels, as you may have noticed. Moolah, Woe Ye Demons Possessed. This freaky pyramid eye. The third eye, I guess. A couple more. This next one may be my favorite private or custom label. The one that I looked at, I was like, wow, I love this. And it sort of, years ago anyway, it sort of made me start thinking about it. This is Corky Carroll and Friends. It's a compilation called Laid Back, and it's all Hawaiian, like surf, acoustic guitar, some vocal, super laid back. I should have had this in my private press video. It's really good. Not too expensive either, actually, but check this out. This is what I love. Look at this. It's on the Rural Records imprint. I believe it's only one record on that release, or on that label, RR001, of course. Rural Records. And I got one more here. This is from the Native North America compilation, great box set that Light in the Attic did, highlighting 70s Native American rock and folk music. A wonderful compilation. It just got repressed. This is from the first edition. I don't know if there's any difference, but I love these custom labels. I meant to pick the one that's like blue or black, but I like that. I like that a lot. And that's it. That's all oh no, I got two more. Some 45s. Now 45s, I didn't really get into, but I got a couple here. I mean, you could get really crazy with 45 art. I mean, when you talk about some of the reggae labels, which I'm going to show, soul primarily, I mean, it gets nuts and beautiful and very interesting. Here's a few Palma imprints. Just going to show these a couple real quick. The Crab label. This is Derek Morgan. Crab. And then this guy, Camel. It's Owen Gray. This makes me think of Dr. Seuss. Right? Yeah. There are a few other labels I know I love and I thought of, but I'm like, I actually didn't have any. One is, I'll put an image up right here, Map City. No, I don't have, what is it, Eternity's Children? I don't have Purple Image. I really would like that. I might, I thought I had a 40, maybe I have a 45, but in any case, Map City's awesome. And then another one's called Southwind, which has a kind of cheap, sort of like 70s rock and singer-songwriter on it. I'll put up an image of that. I don't think there's anything amazing on that label that I know of. Map City's got tons of great stuff on it. So, that's it. Beautiful labels. Take care, VC. Lee Perry loves you.